Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, let's talk about Spence's open workout first, but also we talk about Danny Garcia, or Angel Garcia, saying Terrence Crawford didn't do nothing to Kell Brook. Kell Brook was already a beaten fighter. They're trying to make him like Superman. And then we just talk about that. But let's get into it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the videos, get some space. But yeah, Spence looked good in the open workout. Some people saying, well, you know, during some of the promos leading up, while they were showing, you know, old footage of him working out, I didn't think that was an issue simply because on Ellie Sackback, he did a workout with Derrick James. You know, no edited, was live. And, you know, he looked pretty good, you know. In this workout, he looked good. He looked shredded. He looked lean. He like he ready to go. Derrick James, his father there. His father didn't want him to come back versus a tough fight for what I heard. So, I mean, I think he ready to go. I think he going to beat Danny Garcia. Derrick James said he hitting harder. He was hitting the bag pretty hard when I was watching it. And maybe he is hitting harder, you know what I'm saying? Because with him having more time prepared for this fight than fighting in the spring or whenever he was trying to fight, you know, now he in shape. Now he on point. He leaned down. Look like he already on shape, on weight. So, yeah, he looked good, man. I ain't see no, I mean, I'm not the boxing eye, but I ain't see no flaws. Obviously, he wasn't getting hit. But he looked good. He like he was hitting the bag hard. Somebody in the comment section on Fight Hype, I think, said he hitting the bag like Leo Santa Cruz. He was hitting it hard. He was accurate. His hands was up. Wasn't much to say. He was in the interview, said Pacquiao, Crawford, line him up. Yeah, he looked good. Shit, you got to give credit where credit is due. He looked like a strong fighter. Come December 5th, I think he'd be ready to go. All he got to do is hit and don't get hit. And he did that great versus Mikey Garcia. You dealing with a dude in Danny Garcia who has the same dimensions as Mikey Garcia. Damn near. He'll take a punch more, but I mean, it's multiple ways to beat Danny Garcia. It's well documented. Ashley Theo Payne beat him. Nate felt like he beat him. Nate Campbell, even though it was on the. He said he only had 7-day notice. You know, so it's multiple ways to beat him. You know, in this fight, he has a 4-inch reach advantage in Errol Spence. He looks strong. He looked lean. The only question is he gonna take the punch? And it's different. You gotta understand when you in a gym. Excuse me. When in the gym, it's different. Because you have, depending on what they sparring in, you know, 16 8-ounce gloves, headgear on. And I wouldn't be stupid enough to have a brother spar without headgear. So, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if they do see deficiencies in the gym, is it going to be, is they yes men? Like Deontay Wilder crew where, yeah, I'm good. And you know he's not good. You got to save him from himself. Or are they going to tell him the truth? I don't know what type of dudes he got around him, you know? And I wouldn't be sparring the same motherfuckers I usually spar. I don't care how bad they need a paycheck. I would have came in with 3 or 4 brand new sparring partners, and maybe I'd have kept my one. And I tell them, I'm Derrick James. Whoever can drop the motherfucker, get an extra 1,000 or whatever. I will motivate them. Because when you kind of work with somebody in the gym, you develop a relationship when you in camp. I would have brought all new sparring partners in. All new sparring partners in. They didn't have to be killers. They could have came from Tecate TV. You know, you ain't got to get no dude doing this. Danny Garcia is. That's how he punch. Slow. He got slow hands, slow feet. So you ain't got to bring in no killers. You just got to bring in somebody. I mean, you ain't prepared for no. You just got to bring in a couple guys that's good at counterpunching. That's it. You ain't got to worry about him doing this and doing this and he like this. He like you right there in front of you. So you ain't got to worry about not hitting the guy. You know, so you could bring in killers. You can bring in some lower rate killers. You know, they doing themselves a disservice if they doing with and they bringing them same sparring partners. But I don't see it being an issue. He gonna outbox Danny Garcia, 8-4, 10-2. Shit, it might be a 12-0 thing, man. And hopefully he will. He just had a son, so 2 daughters and a son. He got that boy, but you know, you gotta accept that these top fighters ain't fighting. It ain't his fault. You know, it's just the way it is in boxing. And at this point, UFC is going to destroy boxing. They might not make what the boxers make, not this year, next year, 50 years. They may not make what they make. That doesn't concern me as a fan. They put on the best product, then that's where I'm at. But, you know, he looked good, dog. He looked lean. He looked strong. He was hitting the bag good. So all it boils down to is, are they honest about what they see in the camp? That's it. And is Errol Spence got a whole bunch of yes. Now, if he go in there and get knocked out, get hurt, and get beat up real bad, then he got a lot of yes men around him. All right? If not, he go in there and look good, and he got a good team around him. So I don't think his father, who brought him to the gym, will put him in that position. So I'm going to say he the regular Errol Spence. He ain't fought in a year. When last time Danny fought? January. That's the only advantage. Like, we talking about the advantages that Danny Garcia got. One of them is he fought this year. You know, also he could be the biggest puncher Errol Spence fought. He might be the best counter puncher Errol Spence fought. He was confident before the car accident. So I think those are the advantages. Speed good. It should be a solid fight. I expect Errol Spence to stick to the game plan. Don't fight him at his own fight. If he fighting Danny Garcia at his own fight, standing in front of him and trying to and giving as good as you can get. If you stand in front of Danny Garcia and swing, no matter what your arm length is, he gonna give a chance to put you to sleep. But apparently, Derrick James and Angel Garcia have some things to say about Bud. We can start with Derrick James. He went on Fight Hype and said he got the weakest resume. Like, Errol Spence's resume weak. That's what I'm trying to just... Names don't make your resume straight. Like, they built up these names, right? He fought Sean Porter. He had a draw with Julio Diaz. He lost to Keith Thurman years ago. He lost to Kell Brook. So, let's speak in facts. He fought Sean Porter past his prime. If Sean Porter is just as fab, he damn near just as far as Kell Brook is out of his prime, damn near, without the injuries. He fight Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, Nate said he beat him with a 7-day notice. He lost to Ashley Theophane back in the day, technically. He ain't did shit at welterweight. Kell Brook welterweight career. Kell Brook, after Errol Spence, could never fought at welterweight, never fought again. His resume at welterweight would be better than him. Garcia struggled with Robert Guerrero way out his prime. A year off after Mayweather, after getting beat by Keith Thurman. He fought Lamont Peterson. He never was a welterweight. Algieri came. He lost 2 of his last 3 before he fought Errol Spence. I mean, we can keep going on and on. His resume weak. He moved down. He fought at middleweight, junior middleweight. He moved down in his career. So Derrick James talking shit, but you won't put that motherfucker in the ring with him. That's my only problem is I ain't want to fight nobody. Oh, what you think about Deontay Wilder? Oh, I think Wilder, he a tough fighter, man. He tough for anybody, man. I get in there with Wilder, it'd be a tough fight, man. You know, only one man will survive, and I think Wilder's a good opponent. Maybe, you know, whenever, you know, he ain't big. You know, like I said, you want to fight Terrence Crawford. It's a good fight. Some promotional barriers there, but if the fight is presented to me, the money right, we do it. That's it. Or you can praise, oh, Terrence Crawford, righty, lefty. Woo, I love some Terrence Crawford. Man. Woo, that'd be a tough fight. See, that's all you got to do. But he's sitting here, you know what I'm saying, oh, his resume. Nigga, fight him then. That makes you look more as a pussy. If you running from somebody who chinny, who ain't did nothing, who ain't fought nothing, whatever the category is, because Derrick James didn't accomplish shit as a fighter. Let's get that right. He didn't fight for NABA. He ain't fight for the Intercontinental belt. So to say he ain't did nothing, the weakest resume, like, look at you. Like, you really can't say nothing. You train the fighter, every fighter the same. It's nothing different than Derrick James. The reason Errol Spence, if this is true, is the reason to beat the fuck out of Charlo, Jermell Charlo, only reason he beat on Charlo is because Charlo is fighting the same style. That's like asking a 5th grader to beat a 8th grader at 8th grade algebra. Of course, if Jermell Charlo had Ronnie Shields, or I'm going to say Ronnie Shields, Errol Spence couldn't touch him. He'll beat the hell out of Errol Spence in the sparring, in a real fight, whatever you want to say. But Jermell is fighting the same fight that he's fighting. How can you beat somebody who mastered the style? That's just the God honest truth. You know, and he doing all this talking and stuff, and like, y'all don't want to fight him though. And I almost said somebody's name, like, I communicate with like a few people over there, or people that know the people over there, and they all say the same thing. Like, oh no, Al ain't gonna do that fight. Oh no, Earl don't want to fight. Like, yo, Pete, you need to, y'all need to go check y'all leaky ship. It's a lot of people over there, matchmakers, managers. I don't know what position somebody. It's a lot of people out here that tell me, oh, we ain't doing that fight. Oh, I ain't doing that fight. Like all the fans, the fanboys, they sitting here fighting, but the people up top at PBC, Al Heyman not doing it. And it's cool. Like, I'm getting over it. Like, shit. I mean, we didn't get Juan Lopez versus Gamboa. I can go over the fights that we didn't get. George Foreman, Mike Tyson. Like, for whatever reason, they didn't happen. Cool. You know, that fight, Crawford and Errol Spence, it's not going to single-handedly save boxing. It's just not. Now, AJ and Wilder could have single-handedly brought boxing back, but they didn't. But, you know, Derrick James, he going to protect his star pupil. And I hope he doing right by him. He ain't being one of them yes men. He doing right by him. He telling him that if he ain't good enough to go, we ain't gonna fight. But Angel Garcia said, well, Kell Brook was watching. You know, they trying to make Crawford look like Superman. Hey, if I look like Superman across the street, guess what? Ain't no way I'm considering walking across the street to fight the guys that look like Superman. Like I said with Angel Garcia, he talk all that shit. Cool. Got respect for anybody who get his son to his level. He talk all that shit, but you don't want to put your son in the fight. They offered you some money, you didn't go, oh, no, I'm not. But then again, can we really put that on Derrick James, Errol Spence, Angel Garcia, Danny Garcia? What if Al Heyman just simply saying, no, we're not doing it? What if Angel said, let's do the fight, Al? No, we're not doing it. So if Al Heyman not letting them fight, does it make Danny or Errol Spence scared? No. No, but we do know that Danny Garcia didn't want to fight Errol Spence 2 years ago. We do know he ran from Sean Porter for a year. We do know Sean Porter didn't want to give Keith Thurman a shot when he got the IBF title. We do know Sean Porter ran from Errol Spence for years. We do know they have a track record of that. Those are the facts. So they have a track record. But if it's Al saying no, then it is what it is. And I remember Bernard Hopkins saying something about Al Heyman. It was subliminal years ago. He said them fighters need to get control of their career. And you got to look at it. How can Al Heyman sit here and go to the drawing board and say, I created that star? You ain't created a star in boxing, bro. You don't have 1, 2, 3. Like, I don't care. I don't have to get press credentials so I can talk like this. You ain't created a star, so how am I going to sit down with you and say, I did this? You don't even like the best promoter, the most innovative promoter, I ain't going to say best, is Eddie Hearn. He's a showman. He know how to do Instagram. He ain't the greatest promoter, but he the one that know how to promote the best in the 2020 decade. You know what I'm saying? That's just the honest truth. And Angel Garcia want to run his mouth, but you turned down the fight and didn't even negotiate the deal. And then everybody said, oh, you lying. You lying. They didn't offer Danny Garcia. Then when it came out, they offered Danny Garcia. Oh, it was a low ball. It wasn't as much as Amir Khan. You think they went to Amir Khan and said he go $5 million? No, Amir Khan negotiated that money. Plus Amir Khan had international money. But like I said before, Angel talk all that shit. Terrence Crawford said fight. Y'all don't want to fight. Y'all get to hollering about money. You just fought Red Cash for what? You probably got $2 million, 2.5. Come on, a guy who ain't never been on pay-per-view. Come on, man. Like for real. Like Angel talk all that shit, and then they don't accept they lost his knee. Oh, we beat. No, you lost to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman allowed you to catch up in the back end. You lost to Sean Porter. It was a close fight, but you lost. Danny Garcia don't have one highlight at welterweight. His best welterweight fight was knocking out Paulo Malignaggi. His second best was struggling with Robert Griffin. He don't have one great welterweight fight. He didn't beat one welterweight. All his shit is based off 140. But you don't hear people saying, what if Danny Garcia did at 147? He fought Robert Guerrero past his prime to get a title that he technically didn't even win. He lost to Lamont Peterson. At least Crawford came in and beat Jeff Horn convincingly. Who Danny Garcia stopped at welterweight? Granados? Come on. And no offense to Adrian Granados, he got a lot of heart, but come on, man. Like, that's just my opinion on it, man. Like I said before, they need to turn boxing into league. PBC, Top Rank, and whoever else want to do a league, just turn it into leagues. You know, if everybody want to worry about getting their money and don't worry about where they left the sport at, guess what? Ain't gonna be no Mike, Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, Holyfield, or comeback fights. But we got all these people in here, these fans, instead of us doing what's the betterment of our dollar or the betterment of boxing, they gang banging. You got all these hoochie mamas, like these girls who don't know nothing about boxing. You got some really solid girls who know about boxing, But you got a lot of girls out here who just slanging on niggas nuts, and they don't even be saying that. They out here gang bang. Oh, PBC. You out here top rank, nigga. This on nigga. This on. Like, come on, man. You got a lot of these dudes that act like them women. You do Eddie. I love Eddie. I suck Eddie to girl. I love Eddie. Come on, man. Al Heyman ain't never gave you niggas an interview. Like Nestor. Like that show I heard is on. I stopped watching that shit about months ago, almost a year ago. He get mad at Crawford for not giving an interview. But has he ever shitted on Albert? You gotta understand it's the credential game. But like I said before, man, these niggas out here banging. Talk, like, get out of here, man. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. I do appreciate everybody for tapping in. Don't forget we got a Facebook group. That link's in the description. Best way to donate to the channel is Cash App at CJGood313. Quickest way. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well, too. But appreciate the most absolute best way to share the video. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check out my live stream on Sportscastr. My Sportscastr link in the description. Create a profile is free. Free 99. And follow me at Goodfellas Sports. But you click the link, create a profile. You can follow me there. Other than that, subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. We gone.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.